that freaking cat. It's not that. So I think that you're gonna do very well if you come over and play in the States, and it's not just because you have a high level of play in the UK, but it's because your playing style is different, right? If someone spends a lot of time, right? Someone spends time in Argentina or in Spain or in whatever country, and they're decent compared to their own level, they do even that much better, because since their playing style is significantly different, that changes the way they operate on the soccer field. And since it's not just that they're better, but they're better and they're different. So I'm confident that that you're gonna bring diversity and a high level of play, especially if you maintain, right, even a minute a day. I'm sure you play a lot with your mates in the UK, but a lot of, even as a high level player, what I didn't realize in my youth, what I didn't realize is that I that playing with my friends wasn't good enough, and training with the team wasn't good enough. It's the little stuff that adds up that you do every single day by yourself. So I definitely encourage you to get yourself scouted. I mean, if you have an idea, if you have an idea of where you want to be in the States. So okay, so commuting from England is difficult if you're on the West Coast. I'm not saying it's not possible, but there's a lot of schools going down from the north all the way down to the south, that if you just reach out to the coaches. So let's say just pick the 10 best teams, the top 10 best ranked teams, right? Because if you love soccer, you want the highest level of competition, and you're confident in your abilities in the UK, so you got to shoot, aim for the stars. I would find out the top teams in the whole country, and then maybe choose some on the East Coast, because then if you're on the East Coast, then it'll be easy to commute with your family from, if your family wants to visit, or you need to go back home to deal with any type of issues, then commuting doesn't have to be, it makes it just adds, it makes it smoother, the whole process of your whole college career, assuming that you play for 4 years. It makes things easier, it makes the burden less, it makes it just more convenient in a way that's ideal, because some things you don't want to make more convenient in life, right? Like, you go to McDonald's, you get a convenient breakfast. Over time, maybe that doesn't add up to be the best choice for you. But so for this thing, airline flights, right? You want it easy for your family to come visit you. You show them the school, you get to enjoy the area. So you go up the whole East Coast, and there's a lot of good soccer. And you might think, okay, American soccer, maybe not the best compared to the UK, but I mean, there's high density populations in all the cities and states, and some of these, there's some big boys on some teams, so some of these kids can scrap too. So I wouldn't take it for granted, right? I wouldn't pie them off. And just assume that just because you're coming from the UK, that you're going to just come in and dominate, right? You got to keep that standard high. So I would just reach out to the 10 best coaches and say, hey, interested in playing. What's the first step? Or like, hey, I play on this club. This is some tape, right? This is a few minutes of tape. Or like, do you like? You're not applying to them. You're finding out, do they want you and what you can bring in, your high level of play, and your commitment to the sport, and your joy. Do they want all of that, right? You got to take care of, are you taking care of your can you read and write? Are you taking care of your family? Are you getting better tomorrow? Are you striving to be better tomorrow than you were yesterday, right? Simple things. They don't only want a good soccer player, they want someone who's gonna always, tries to do the right thing, and is a important member in their community, in the sense that, are you making people around you better, or are you worse, right? Are all the relationships in your life only dependent on soccer, or are you investing your time into yourself and your family and your community in ways that, because they want great soccer players, but being a great soccer player, that's not the most challenging thing in the world, I believe. I think it's doing right, and it's doing right when it's easy to do wrong, or making good choices when no one sees you. It's like little things add up. So hopefully some of these ideas help, and reach out with any questions. All right, thank you.